Welcome back to Healthy Lifestyle with Saira. In today's video, we are going to talk about what is inflammation and why is it dangerous. When something foreign enters your body like viruses, bacteria or toxin chemicals, or you are injured, your immune system activates. Your immune system sends out cells to trap bacteria and other offending agents or start healing injured tissues. This is the inflammatory response. The result can be pain, swelling, bruising, or redness. But inflammation also affects body system you can't see. There are two main types of inflammation. First one is acute inflammation. Acute inflammation usually occurs for a short duration. It often resolves in 2 weeks or less. Symptoms appear quickly. This type restores your body to its state before injury or illness. Second type of inflammation is chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a slower and generally less severe form of inflammation. It typically lasts longer than 6 weeks. It can occur even when there is no injury, and it doesn't always end when the illness or injury is healed. Chronic inflammation has been linked to autoimmune disorders and even prolonged stress. Symptoms of acute and chronic inflammation. Acute inflammation may cause flushed skin at the site of the injury, pain or tenderness, swelling, or heat. Chronic inflammation symptoms may be harder to spot than acute inflammation symptoms. Signs of chronic inflammation can include abdominal pain, chest pain, fatigue and insomnia, fever, joint pain or stiffness, mouth sores, skin rash, depression, anxiety, and other mood disorders, gastrointestinal issues like diarrhea, constipation, and acid reflux, weight gain or weight loss, frequent infections. What causes inflammation? The most common reasons for chronic inflammation include autoimmune disorders like lupus, where your body attacks healthy tissues, exposure to toxins such as pollution or industrial chemicals, untreated acute inflammation like from an infection or injury, autoinflammatory disorders like recurrent fever syndrome, where there is a defect in the cells in charge of stopping inflammation. Some lifestyle factors also contribute to inflammation in the body. You may be more likely to develop chronic inflammation if you drink alcohol in excess, have a high body mass index that fall within the range for having obesity, unless that is a result of being very muscular. Exercise at your maximum intensity too frequently, or you don't get enough physical activity. Experience chronic stress and smoke. How to reduce inflammation in the body fast? Inflammation doesn't always require treatment. For acute inflammation, rest, ice, and good wound care relieve discomfort in a few days. If you have chronic inflammation, your healthcare provider may recommend vitamins and supplements. Certain vitamins, such as vitamin A, C, and D, and supplements may reduce inflammation and enhance repair. For example, your healthcare provider may describe a fish oil supplements or vitamins. Or you may use spices with anti inflammatory properties like turmeric, ginger, or garlic. Non steroidal anti inflammatory drugs. These over the counter medicines lower inflammation. Your healthcare provider may recommend ibuprofen, aspirin, or naproxen. Steroid injections. Corticosteroid shots decrease inflammation at a specific joint or muscle. For example, If you have rheumatoid arthritis that affects your hand, feet, shoulder, or knees, your healthcare provider may give a steroid shots in these joints. You shouldn't have more than 3 to 4 steroid injections in the same body part per year. Home remedies to reduce inflammation. You may choose to eat more foods that have anti-inflammatory properties. Some research shows that people who follow a Mediterranean diet have lower level of inflammation in their bodies. Foods that reduce inflammation include oily fish like mackerel, salmon, and sardines, leafy greens like spinach and kale, olive oil, whole grains, and nuts. Eating too much of certain foods may increase inflammation. If you have chronic inflammation, you may feel better if you avoid foods that cause inflammation, including fried foods, including many fast food items, cured meats with nitrates like hot dog, highly refined oils and trans fats, refined carbohydrates like sugar, pastries, and white bread. This is all about inflammation. Enjoy this video. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Bye.